All right, we're back with you. I think we know what we did. Don't bring the Instagram feed close to the YouTube and Facebook feed. We apologize for that, but I think we're going to be okay. Going to go ahead and put a couple of announcements, hopefully here. Bottom of the screen. And we're going to create that. All right. I think we just improved our quality despite that hiccups. We again apologize to everybody for that disruption. But we're back, and the live auction kind of started amidst some chaos. So we need to start a different thing. So we're hoping you're back with us. We are on take 2 of the virtual auction. And it might not go live till 7, but let's see what's going on. No, that one's old. Is Facebook live?
We are trying to catch up. Facebook is now live.
It is. Take 2?
Yeah. Back on.
Type an apology in there. Is Instagram on?
Instagram's back on.
Instagram, we apologize. Take 2. Okay, we're all back here. We're all back here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that was the biggest disaster of the night. We apologize if anybody's eardrums burst. Don't bring the Instagram camera close to the microphone of the other device. They were fighting. But here at St. Therese, we're peacemakers. So the live auction is going. So let's see what's going on with Miss Agnes's babysitting experience. I'm going to pull that up and see what the real-time need is for bidding.
Miss NA, you're correct. We partied too hard with our technology here. We had to slow it down a little bit.
All right, babysitting with Miss Agnes is currently at 150. So the next bid is 175. This is item 3V on your lineups. Item 3V, babysitting with Miss Agnes. It's open for 8 more minutes. So if you've seen how good Miss Agnes is with our preschoolers, you can only imagine how good she'd be with your own kids. If you feel called, go ahead and boost that up. The next bid is at $375, $25 increments. And that's where we're at. So let's see.
We got a question on we have a question on the Hortsman House.
Yes.
Is that limited to a specific season or dates? We have some out-of-town bidders that are interested in this item, says the comment.
The initial deadline was for Horseman House was by November of 2020. And so we'll try to get back to you on that. That is in the, again, I want to say the 4th or 5th wave. So we'll have a conclusion on that by then.
I don't. Miss Agnes, the one whose babysitting we are bidding on right now, she said, "Can I hear 500?" She said it's gonna be fun.
That's right. I could just say, Miss Agnes, if you don't know, she did dress as the Easter Bunny on Easter Sunday and went around with a mask and socially distanced, brought Easter blessings to all of the 21 families in our preschool. So truly, again, exemplifies what our dream team is all about, going above and beyond the call of duty to spread joy and inspire the next generation of heroes and saints. So thank you to Miss Agnes and to all your colleagues for your service. Again, that is our Fund a Need this evening. It looks like we're catching back up in take two. We got 9 on YouTube. How are we doing on Facebook?
18 on Facebook, and I see a couple of alums. Shout out to Blake Walsh. Shout out to Adam Wilson Thomas. Some STCA alums graduated in 2000. Graduated in 00. Some
so
2000 graduates.
That's my crew.
That would be
class of 2000.
Mission of Boris crew.
I just didn't live in Seattle. Otherwise, I would have been here. Let's see. We got 9 plus 18. That's 27. That's the founding year of our school. How about it?
We got 9 on Instagram.
All right. Let's get to that biblical number of 40. We know a lot of you are couples out there. Again, right now you can bid on a babysitting experience. We're at 200 for Miss Agnes.
All right.
200 for Miss Agnes and a dream team colleague of her choice or your choice. We got less than 5 minutes on the official clock for that one. And again, all the other live items will go at 7. So I want to take one more chance to shout out our sponsors who've really made this event possible. Thank you to the Juniper Foundation, who was our top level sponsor for this year. You know, we would be seeing their name over and over on the bid cards if we were together, but they're not about the recognition, they're about generosity. So thank you, Juniper Foundation. Thank you, Tri-Film, our friends, Maddie, Ohm, and the rest of the team that put together our Fund a Need video as a gift to our school. Thank you for the amazing work you did and your great generosity of time and talent. Thank you to Dr. Paul Savage, Dorothy Sheehan, Miss Wendy and Lunch Ladies Catering, the Bruce Company. They redid our front office. We'll probably be working on our kitchen and bathrooms before too long. So,
hey.
If you need any work done, contact the Bruce Company. Genesee Bioheat, Sadie Harvey, Holy Names Academy, and O'Day. We'll be sending students to both of you next year. Thank you for your sponsorships. Picked and Done with Caldwell Banker Bain. We appreciate your support this year. First-time sponsors, Bishop Blanchette High School. Thank you for your support. BJ Montoya Violin Studio, the Founding Order of Sisters of St. Joseph of Peace. Kenny Hawes, Mr. Hassan Kirkland and Kairos Industry LLC, Ms. Darlene Kenny, Dr. Jessica and Matthew Hallerman Price, and Ann Quigg. Thank you for your support and generosity. I'm really blessed to have good friends like you. While you're out there, our sponsors all being invited to be named in a small business booklet we're putting together. We want to really support our local small businesses. And so if you're interested, please contact us. We're getting that put together for the church and the school and the wider community.
Mr. Lewis joining us. Shout out to Mr. Lewis joining us. Nathan Platts joining us. Vicky Kim joining us. And you see the bid there.
Yeah, Miss Agnes up to 250. So we need 275 if you want the best babysitting of your life. She might even give you more than 4 hours, but right now it's 4 hours. You can get a couple of couples together. It says up to 8 kids. Oh, wait a minute. We just hit 275 and we have officially 1 minute, 52 seconds. But by the time you hear this, that's going to be 1 minute and 22 seconds because there's a delay, ladies and gentlemen.
There is a delay, folks.
When you hear me say acts 30 seconds faster. Again, this item's closing in 90 seconds, which is 1 minute your time with the delay. We are up to 275, looking for 300. Let's see 300 for babysitting with Miss Agnes.
Thank you to all of you joining. As you can see, there is your website so that you can go bid as well.
We hit 300 for Miss Agnes. 1 minute on my clock, which means 30 seconds on yours. We need 325. Let's get the party started. Oh, we hit 325. We need 350. I like it. Let's see who's going back and forth. Let me see if I can figure out that tool.
We got about 30 seconds left. Maybe down to 15 actually on your clock.
All right, let's see. Less than 10.
Drum roll.
Clock's ticking. Items scrolling. And I think we are sold. I think we're closed, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Agnes, $350. Congratulations to you who will have a babysitter. I am coming back. Too many screens to toggle through to see who ended up with that one.
$350, and it goes to.
Wait for it. Up. There we go. That's going to be an easy way to look at it. Wow, the Banks family. Alfred, you're going to have the night of your life. Mary Jane and Steve Jr., my goodness, you are going to have the night of your lives. Congratulations to the Banks family. Thank you for your support. Miss Agnes, you got Alfred and little bro. Probably have a little class party with some other of his colleagues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 o'clock. All live items are now open for bid. So right now, you most want to focus on items going live in the first wave that will close at 7:10. So I'm going to again let you know what those are. We'll read some descriptions. And so let's see here. Live 1, we have 5 items. We're going to go back and forth here in a minute once I can figure this out. First, you have the ultimate Nordstrom experience. Second, you have the getaway to the islands. Third, you have sail the sound and enjoy lunch with our own Miss Sullivan on Blake Island. You got a traditional Ethiopian meal and coffee ceremony for 8, either at St. Therese or your own home from some St. Therese members of our St. Therese family, of the Ethiopian expertise. So Mimi Kasai, whose son graduated a few years back. So again, these items are now available. We have 4 of them. Nordstrom, that's Ultimate Spa Day, plus a $1,500 gift card to Nordstrom. The getaway to the islands is the Dobe Resort and Retreat on the Orcas Island of San Juan. Sailing with Miss Sullivan in an Ethiopian meal. We're going to read the full descriptions in a minute. Just going to get things settled here. So some of you asking about Fund a Need. 7:30 is when we will push it. 7:30 is when we will push that.
I see Mrs. Day says I only see 2 items open.
I need to hit refresh on our end. It's all open.
1 from your beloved.
Here
Here you go, text it there because your phone is on live stream.
All right, getting a text from my wife who's ready to bid. I'm a little bit nervous. I love you, Rose.
Max it out, Rose. Max it out.
Love you, Rose. Remember the budget.
Max it out, Rose.
We're getting some real-time bids in here. Let's see. I got to text my wife before we pick up a second job here.
Go for the gold, Rose.
It's all about the Fund a Need, Mr. Nelson.
It's all about the Fund a Need.
I'm going to hand this back to Mr. Nelson. Thank you, Miss Brandon, having a glass of wine for us, for Mr. Nelson. We got 17 on YouTube, 17 on Facebook. How many on Instagram?
On IG, we are back up to 7, but it was at one time up to 18. So it's a fluctuation of in and out.
All right. Hey, that Nordstrom experience, Kat Freeman, our auction coordinator, $12.50. It's yours right now. We got about 6 minutes left on that item. Let's see what else is out there. The Miss Wilson got the getaway to the San Juans.
We had a question on Blake Island on if there could be 2 adults and 3 kids on the sailing trip.
Miss Sullivan, the boat I believe has room for 2. I think it's room for 2 on that. So I think the boat would not sit 5. But if you could text Miss Sullivan, we'll try to get you a response.
We will
very quickly.
We will get clarity on the sailing trip to boat to Blake Island as we speak from our own Miss Sullivan. And those of you who are just joining with us, again, our Fund a Need is going to kick off at about 7:30. To bid, to donate to our Teacher Excellence Fund or the Melanson Fund. It's located at the top left.
Top left, yeah. A Melanson Fund is item number 2. It's in your scrolling. It's the first one you'll hit down low. Fund a Need is top left, where there's kind of bold print all over. Just to give you some update on the items. Hello to my beloved. She checked in to say hi. Hello to the Lopez family. Sorry you didn't get that preschool babysitting experience. The banks got you beat. I don't know if you were bidding or not, but I certainly was going to start. But anyway, here I am. Miss Elliott, the Nordstrom experience comes with a $1,500 gift card as well as an ultimate spa day. It keeps going up. And so let me get back to that one. I have all these items flashing. So looks like Nordstrom experience. I'm going to change my order again. We got about 4 minutes left for this round. Nordstrom's currently at $1,450. Ms. DeVries, I've seen Bill and Lori Henniger, Kat Freeman, a lot of inquiries for this Nordstrom experience. I'll read you the full description here. We'll get you all of these with 4 minutes left. We're going to get you all of these descriptions for our live items. Here you go.
I heard that YouTube didn't have a place to put comments anymore. Is that correct?
It's there. Make sure if you're in YouTube, it's Virtual Auction 2020 Take 2. Comments are flowing. So again, here are the full descriptions for your live auction items. First, that Nordstrom experience. Again, 3 minutes left on these, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read quickly. 3 minutes left. There are too many things to scroll through on this beautiful platform.
Yeah, we got what comes with the Nordstrom experience.
Nordstrom experience. It's a $1,000 Nordstrom gift card, and then the ultimate day of restoration and relaxation. I gotta get in here. Escape the stress of daily life, enter a world of nurturing indulgence. Your journey includes a detoxifying algae body wrap with scalp treatment, a Himalayan salt stone massage, an advanced hydrating facial, a spa manicure, and a spa pedicure lunch. And again, a $1,000 gift card. I don't even know what any of that means, but it sounds relaxing. Do you feel more relaxed?
I feel more relaxed just thinking about it.
It's amazing how words have that power. So that's the Nordstrom experience. And again, I can't quite see all of these things at once, but let me see when I catch it. That's at $1,450 again. Ms. DeVries in the lead on that one. Beth DeVries, watch out, folks are coming.
Any updates on, well, I'll let you focus on these right now, then we'll get to this Hawaii trip in a second. I got a question on the Hawaii trip, but
all right,
any more descriptions
for the getaway to the islands, it's a relaxing getaway to Orcas Island and the San Juans at the Doe Bay Resort Retreat with 2 $100 gift certificates to accommodations. Again, that's our getaway to the San Juans. Next, we have, again, the trip with Miss Sullivan, middle school science teacher. She's a sailor. She does this for fun, to relax, and really enjoys taking off for the summer. So she's a licensed skipper, loves sailing the Sound. Again, one other guest on their 27-foot yacht. Did you text her to see if we could get kids?
Text her. We're still waiting on that confirmation on children.
She's busy. She's probably sailing right now.
She is probably sailing.
But yeah, so for sure 2 is what it says. Blake Island lunch. It's going to be amazing. And our last item in this wave is the Ethiopian meal for 8. And so again, the Kasai family, a number of other of our Ethiopian families at St. Therese will offer a traditional Ethiopian meal. If you haven't had Ethiopian cuisine, it's phenomenal. My wife and I met doing some missionary work in Ethiopia, and it's always a special treat for us. So
they feed us very well during the Christmas Around the World lunch in that our community does.
That's right.
And whoo!
Yeah, so exactly 1 minute. So when you hear this, that's about 30 seconds left. About 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen.
Ms. Russell, and those of you wondering on the Hawaii trip, we will get those questions answered to you. You have a little bit of time before that one
Once
closes.
this first wave ends, I will do the copying and pasting necessary so you can see it, and I will also read that each wave. So welcome to Allie, Kevin Hollins. It's good to see you all. Thank you for your presence and your good work in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds, which means you have like 5 seconds to bid on these items. They're about to close.
Joining us here from Facebook, we have Lionel Mejia, another 2000 graduate of St. Therese.
Nordstrom at 1550, Sail the Sound at 350, Ethiopian Meal, a bargain at 300, and the Getaway to the Sound is looking like 500 right now, and they are closing momentarily in closed. All right, so let's check it out. First off, thank you to Jeannie Nordstrom for the donation on that gift card. Let me come back and see who's the lucky winners. And again, other live items are still open. And so let's see where we ended up here. All right, looks like it's on a flashing screen. So coming back next round. Congrats to Sheila Wyckoff Dickey for the winning the Puget Sound experience right now. Horseman House is led by the Sir Panenis. I am not seeing what I want to see, so let's come back. Oh, that's because they're not open anymore. The sold items, here we go. Let's sort them. We are going to give you the updates on who won and the amounts for that first wave. Second wave is open now. Second wave open now. Let's see, I gotta get a lot of options on the viewing side here. All right, so it looks like Miss Wilson, congrats. You get to get away to the sounds, maybe a little honeymoon of sorts. Congrats to BJ and Jen Montoya. Get a little Ethiopian feast coming your way. Let us know if you need anybody to sit at the table with you. Congrats to Jai Elliott, St. Therese alum, taking home the Nordstrom package. And one more, let's see what we got here. That last one, the Sailing the Sound experience. Oh, I was wrong. Tawataus, you got the Sailing the Sound experience, and Ms. Jessie Thompson and Nicole St. Hilaire, congrats on the Ethiopian meal. I'll go with either of you on either experience. It'll be great. So second wave open now. Second wave open now.
What do we got on the second wave?
Let's take a quick peek here. I got too many screens. I'm getting a headache. So Mr. Nelson, I'm going to let you read those items, and then we'll get to the description. So the second wave would be not available to you in that view. So
we have a question on if we can make the fish fry back or extended to Lenten season of next year, if that's possible.
Fish fry can be anytime. You want a summer party, you want
fish fry can be anytime.
You could do fish anytime. And actually, the fish box is still doing fish right now. So you can support Ibrahim Rockman, St. Therese parent with that. All right, so second wave of live items are coming at you right now. And these items include a buy-in item. So this is our first buy-in item. We can get up to 10 people at $200. It's a buy-in exclusive shopping spree at Eileen Fisher Renew. You can take a trip to LA. This is airfare, hotel, and $200 gift card to a fancy restaurant in LA. That's the Fun in the Sun package. Flexible on the date. It did initially say it had to be booked by June 30th, but the date is flexible for that trip. Now it's the Puget Sound Pilots Experience, which is a very unique opportunity to go aboard a Puget Sound pilot ship and kind of run the sound, control traffic.
Is there a number of people on that pilot's boat trip?
I believe it is for one or two people.
For one or two people on the pilot's boat.
Let me see if it's not written. I don't know much more than you behind the scenes, but I know the Carey family secured that one for us. So Hillary or Brian, if you're out there, you can let us know if there's one or two folks. Again, I'm looking at the same descriptions as you all are. So the Puget Sound Pilots Experience. Again, you get to board the boat and take a ride that escorts it to inbound ships. And the winner of this item will meet the pilot at the Port Angeles Pilot Station and board the pilot boat. The winners will escort, it says winners with an S. So will escort the pilot to the inbound ship. The pilot will board the ship, and the pilot boat will return to the Port Angeles Pilot Station. So you get to take that nice run, and it should be a pretty unique experience. I certainly have never done anything like that. All right, let's.
That closes in about 5 minutes.
We have just over 5 minutes on that one, and so real time. Let's see what we can look at here. Currently open. The Puget Sound Pilots Experience currently going for 600. Again, that shopping spree at Eileen Fisher Renew, first 10 people to hit 200. So that's still available. Homemade Filipino dinner for 8 from our Simbangabi committee. A beautiful group of people, including our own Mr. Lazo, preparing that meal. And then the Fun in the Sun package, you get away to LA for a weekend. That's at $750. So these items are still open for another 4 minutes or so. Let's see here. Trying to find my view with the.
In Facebook here, thank you to Savannah Prom for joining us, Miss Ralston for joining us.
Oh, and Miss Tuato says the Filipino dinner is at their place this summer. You can visit the urban farm with the baby goats. Baby goats.
Additional plug.
And Kat Freeman, again, thank you for all your work, Kat, on coordinating our auction. We were ready for that event, and things changed. And so, Kat, thank you for preparing us for that and all of the grunt work to get us ready for doing it virtually. Thank you to our other committee members, Noel Mathias, Jen Montoya, Tara Moore, Hillary Carey, Erica DeClerc, Mary Brannon, Jen Tuatau, amazing group of people. I probably am leaving them off, but I'll get you at the end.
The Wilson family joined us here.
3 minutes left to bid. Don't forget about that fund to need. We'll be featuring it at 7:30. And again, then we'll get back to the closing items at 7:50 and 8. So about 2 more minutes right now.
If you join us in Instagram, be sure to say your name because we might not know your handle by heart.
We are on live 2 right now. So again, that's a Filipino feast, the Puget Sound Pilot Experience, the buy-in for the Eileen Fisher Renew store, and the Fun in the Sun trip to LA, all available right now, closing at 7:20. And official bidding time is currently at 7:17 and probably 7:18 by the time you hear it.
Shout out to Tom and Rose Hasselbrock. They're in the building.
Hasselbrocks, it's good to have you. We got to see our beloved pastor, Father Maurice. We sent a little challenging feedback video out. We will certainly send it out to everybody after the fact. But thank you to Father Maurice for all of your support. And then we also have a video message from Father Magnano, one of our pastor emeritus, as he likes to say, one of our great supporters. So down to about 1.5 minutes left to bid on these live 2 items. And St. Therese family, you're doing great. Right now we are continuing to rise in the charts. Let's see what's going on here. The Fun in the Sun is at 850. The Puget Sound Pilots is at 600. The Filipino Feast at 500. And let's see what else is happening now. All right, just about 1 minute left. Let's see who's there. The Eileen Fisher Renew, that's the 4th item. So again, we're getting close. Current bid on the Puget Sound Pilots Experience is 700. You got less than a minute. 200 buy-in for the shopping spree at Eileen Fisher Renew. 500 is the current rate for the Filipino dinner. And Fun in the Sun, you're getting to LA, round trip airfare, hotel, dinner, $850. That's a steal. Woo! All right, so each of those items closing momentarily. Last call for bids. Take somebody up. You sneak in there at the last minute. Make your day and ruin somebody else's, which is not normally what we condone. But for the children today, it's worth it. Items closing momentarily, and we'll be able to announce these winners shortly.
Shout out to Mrs. DeBoer. She's bidding on Hawaii.
What? Wow, that would be great. Love you, Blue. I want to go to Hawaii too. Just remember that number I shared earlier. All right, and it looks like these items are now closed. Live 2 items are now closed. So congrats to Courtney Loera, 8th grade parent and parishioner. You're going to LA.
Woo!
Summer, maybe a little graduation present. Congrats to Sheila Wyckoff-Dickey. The Puget Sound Pilots experience is yours. Thank you for your support. Let's see here. Mr. Lewis, you're going to the Philippines, or just to Tuataos for a Filipino feast. It's going to be good. Thank you, Mr. Lewis, John Lewis, for your support. And then I'm not really sure how to check that shopping spree, but I'm guessing you were told if you got it for 200. And so we're now in the 3rd wave of live items. And so get excited. You could go watch some Notre Dame football. Mr. Nelson, aren't you a student at Notre Dame?
I am a student at Notre Dame. I'm getting my administration degree. Shout out to Notre Dame. I have been on that football field, not for a football game, but there was a visiting Euro League soccer team playing there.
There we go. So it's a wonderful event, venue, pretty special place. There's airfare to and from Chicago with that one. So you could be in, we had people from Denver. We had people perhaps checking in from elsewhere.
About a 90-minute drive, depending on traffic, from Chicago to South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah, so check that out. So live 3. Oh boy, it's our time, Mr. Nelson. Not only can you go to a football game, Notre Dame, 2 tickets to any game this fall. And if the season doesn't happen, definitely will be extended. Airfare with that. The Suncadia Mountain Retreat. This is usually our highest selling item. It's an amazing place. I've stayed there. I know Miss Brandon stayed there. Thank you to the Coyle family for making that possible to us. Thank you to the Mayer family, Ron and Lauren, for the Notre Dame opportunity. But you could also go bowling with Mr. Nelson or have shrimp and grits prepared in your home by me. This is the round.
Is this round?
So it's just like a little double challenge. Like it's not really comparable like bowling and a New Orleans feast, but like let's see. We got Mr. Nelson currently at 300.
Come on.
And tell me about what 300 means in bowling, Mr. Nelson.
So 300 is a perfect game.
And have you ever bowled a 300, Mr. Nelson?
October 22nd, 2017, I have
this day in history, ladies and gentlemen.
Bowled a perfect game. As a matter of fact,
wow.
Should I try it again?
I don't think we should try to go ruin the feedback again. But if you win this item, you get to watch the video. Mr. Nelson has bowled a perfect 300.
I have.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is harder than making the principals list. This is harder than being a principal. He bowled a 300.
I bowled a 300, 12 balls, perfect game. I have the video. It's on my phone. If you know, we tried to show a video about 30 minutes ago and it didn't go well. So I would love to show you the video.
But I'm going to save that for another day. But let me tell you about these shrimp and grits. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to prepare. It's currently going for 700. So I think we could do better. I'm going to start out with just melting some butter. We're going to cook some bacon. We're going to cook some bacon. We're going to have the butter melting. We're going to saute some garlic, some shallots. And we're going to cook that bacon, get that aroma going. And then we're going to cook the grits. Beautiful, cheesy grits. So soft, so sticky, so melty. You can't beat them. And we're going to cook the shrimp in the butter and the bacon grease. It's just a game changer. Mix in the garlic, the onions, the shallots, a little cilantro garnish. Have some andouille sausage to spice things up. We get a little homemade dessert with it as well. So the New Orleans feast, I mean, it's good time. It takes me back to the good old days in New Orleans before I was in Seattle. So let's see. Again, these things change, so forgive me if I'm calling out wrong names here and exciting you falsely. But let's see, that New Orleans feast, bowling with Mr. Nelson, you got it up to 400.
Hey, come on!
And so let's keep that going. Let's see what we can do. So in Katie, currently going for 1,600. So you're gonna have to one up that, and
depending on how high we can get, we can double it.
It does not look like we have any bids on the Notre Dame game at this time. So still looking for the minimum bid to kick in there.
That game is probably extended if the season is canceled, correct?
This is true. This is true. We will make sure that we can take it beyond. All right, we hit it. It's at 600.
Mr. Philbin, we're glad to hear you're back in. Sorry that the bid kicked you out. He was trying to go pretty high on the fish fry. I think we can get back to you on that.
Just if you check the comments on YouTube, Mr. Fackler is reminiscing about his shrimp and grits experience. I want to say it was a 2018 rendition. And he says, I'm not lying about the butter. It's true. You will never have more butter. And in this time of comfort foods and needs like that, I think it'd really be a good investment for you.
If that's possible. For reopening or keeping.
No, gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see where we're at.
Here you go. That one's for you.
All right, we are going to get the right names of everybody out there before we go to the fun to need. But again, we're in live 3. You could bowl with Mr. Nelson. He's done a 300. You could too. You could do shrimp and grits. Come to your home. All right, we hit 1,000. So I'll tell you what. We hit 1,000 for shrimp and grits. I'll do 2. I'm going to open another one up right now. It's going to be item 3X. I'm going to go ahead and open that up now since we hit 1,000. I will do 2 of them. If you're bidding, minimum bid on that second one is going to be $1,000. If we could get 2 people there, I think for the kids of St. Therese, that is very much worth it. Very much worth it.
I would do bowling. I could do 2 bowling experiences.
We're at 400. Let's see. Could we get that up? Could we get that up to 500 and do 2?
If we get that up to 500, let's do 2 on the bowling experience. Let's do 2.
I'm in.
I might even bring my mom and my grandma. I learned from the best. Just in case you didn't know, we're on a bowling team together. It's called 3 Generations. I'll let you do the math. Me, my mom, my grandma. My grandma's 88. She averages a 119 right now. She still complains about her ball not being heavy enough. You know, I tell her to do some push-ups. She's about it like that.
All right, we got 3 minutes left on the countdown for the current live 3 items. Couple corrections here. We had some names, when the system adjusted. Looks like the last round, I was mistaken. Looks like Mr. Reiser, thank you for your support. Got the trip to LA, fun in the sun. And let's see where we're at. Waiting on the update here. Yeah, so my updates are definitely delayed here, so I'm going to stop using that source. Looks like we're about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
Let's see how we're doing. Again, item 3X should have opened up in your live 3 portal, so we could do 2 shrimp and grits. That second one does start at 1,000, so 2 different places to bid on the New Orleans feast with me. It'd be an honor to serve you. Let's see. Suncadia is going for a steal at 1,600. We got 2 minutes left. Notre Dame, again, that's 2 tickets to a Notre Dame game. That's airfare included.
Ooh, yeah, get
as
that
well
up
as some Notre Dame bling. I think we could do better. All right, I see 1,200 and I see 500. All right, Mr. Nelson, I got to open up a new one. I'm gonna put it in that 4th wave because this is gonna be too quick to get a second one in here.
All right. Thank you for the 500 on bowling. That one's going back into the 4th wave. The cooking dinner is going into this 3rd wave coming up. Yours is ending in about a minute.
Get on it. Let's see if 3X has got anybody. Yeah, there is a second New Orleans feast for 8. I'll go ahead and put that into a different section so we can get that going. Oh, and it looks like, Mr. Nelson, we got both of them out there. So we got 3L and 3U.
All right. Make sure you hit refresh if you're going to look at these new bids that just come in.
I'll hit this one. And these items are closing momentarily. Let's
closing very shortly.
4. Save that. And
all right. We're going to try and announce who's got these winners here when that comes up. Thank you so very much for supporting us. Thank you so much for supporting the children, the community of St. Therese. We've been here for 92 strong school years. Many of you attended and have walked through the halls, or pretty much everybody's one person away, one person removed from the St. Therese community is what it feels like in Seattle.
That's right. And it looks like these items have now, by the time you hear this, probably closed. And we're going to see who got these items. All right, let's get a little status update. It is 7:30, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to shift to the Fund-A-Need, just trying to see what happened. We got 1,000 on that second shrimp and grits, and still having a little viewing challenges on the second bowling, but we're going to put those in live 4. If you didn't get the shrimp and grits, 3X is your new item. And so let's see, I'll announce the prices they sold for, and then we'll go and check the winners. So the Notre Dame game, you got a steal. Those tickets are probably $400. The airfare is another $600, so you got a big steal at $700. Suncadia, another steal at $1,600. New Orleans Feast, first round went for $1,200. And Mr. Nelson, $500 for that perfect game.
All right.
And so again, it's about time for us to shift to our Fund-A-Need. And so I believe our technology will allow us to do a streaming of that in a few minutes. But I want to try to call out our winners here before we do that, just to recap our live event. And so our first winner is from that Nordstrom experience. Congrats again to Jai Elliott for your support. Got the Nordstrom experience. Second winner for sailing with Miss Sullivan, Jen and Dave Tuatau. Thank you for your support. Next up, we had the Ethiopian meal and coffee ceremony. Nicole St. Hilaire and Jesse Thompson, thank you so much. Ethiopian, no, we just did that. That one's still open. I apologize. As you can tell, it's a lot more fun to do this in person. Keeping track of it all.
We are enjoying hanging out with you guys.
It's a good time. Sure. All right, so let's see who I'm cooking for. Looks like John Sears. I look forward to coming to your home and feeding you well. You're currently that second bidder at 1,000, so thank you, John. And let's see where else we got. Sold the Puget Sound Pilots Experience. I think we got that one earlier. Gina Purdy at 700. Congratulations on that. And let's see here. Where else are we at? We had 12 of these go. And we did Ethiopia. We did the Filipino dinner. So again, I believe that was John Lewis on the Filipino dinner, but I got another name that says guest of Suahira. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we're gonna honor that. Again, we see usernames more than that. Let's see who got the Notre Dame piece. Again, congrats to the Reiser family for the Fun in the Sun package. Nicole St. Hilaire, Jesse Thompson supporting the Irish. Well done. Well done. Good victory there. Let's see, the Suncadia Mountain Resort. Congrats to the Bancaro family. That'll be a nice getaway for you all. Thank you for your support on that one. And again, just a couple more, and then we're going to transition to our Fund-A-Need highlight.
How about bowling?
Let's see. I'm scrolling for bowling.
Scrolling for bowling.
The private bowling experience. Well, one of them's still open, Mr. Nelson.
That's true.
So I'm not sure what they're seeing on. I'm not seeing it necessarily on ours. So we're gonna find it though. Private bowling experience sold for 500. Who else but Mr. Sender?
Woo!
Mr. Steven Sender's going bowling. He tutors with Mr. Nelson, and now it's time for Mr. Nelson to tutor him.
All right.
And let's see. I think I got all of the ones that we've sold thus far. Again, the Banks family with the babysitting. And let's see, what was that shrimp and grits? I think I missed that one. Oh, and Jen Russell and Stephen, Shrimp and Grits. You bid on it before. I'm excited that we get to do it this year. And so, um, if I'm reading this correctly, thank you for getting that, because it looks like my wife was the second highest bidder, and I cook that for her all the time. So, thank you to the Russell family. All right, well let's go ahead and get serious real quick. For the next 10 minutes, I think it's important that we lift up our teachers. If you've already watched the video, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a family at St. Teresa, you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever worked here or you work here now, you know what I'm talking about. St. Teresa is an amazing school. Our mission to ignite the faith, minds, and dreams of our children, to prepare them to excel spiritually, academically, socially, in high school, college, and beyond is second to none. And the reason it's that way is because those who choose to work here do so as servant leaders. They sacrifice a lot of their time. They give all of their talent and then some, and they could be making a whole bunch of more treasure elsewhere. You'll see the discrepancy of salaries of teachers here versus the public school counterparts who are also doing important and meaningful work, but it shows you the type of people who choose to serve here. So I don't say it lightly when I call our staff, our teachers, the dream team, because they're igniting dreams together. They're making dreams come true. And these are amazing people doing God's work and furthering our mission. And so I'm going to attempt a screen share of our Fund a Need video. I hope it works, but if not, you can watch it on the bidding site. You can see the link on the bidding site. You can find it on our YouTube page, our Facebook page, our Instagram accounts. Just make sure you watch this, if not with us, on your own. Our teachers are worth supporting, and then let's see how we can do. Our goal is 60,000 tonight. Thank you to the teachers, and pray to whoever the patron saint of technical glitches is right now.
Oh, yeah. To the patron saint of technical glitches, it said you can share a screen, so that's what we're going to try and do here. This is for those watching on YouTube and Facebook, correct?
Yes.
If you're watching on Instagram, you might need to log into Facebook or...
St. Teresa is unique out of almost...
So again, everybody, this would be so much more meaningful in person, but...
Give me 2 seconds, Matt. Let's just see if it pulls over.
St. Teresa is unique out of almost everything. I have one of the most nicest principals. I have a great teacher, and my classmates are very nice. It's totally, completely amazing school.
If I could describe St. Teresa in one word, it would be inviting. It's just a loving community that will never die. It's been here for 90 years. It's a very old school and a very new school mixed in one.
I can't say enough good things about St. Teresa and the people here. And it's not, I mean, you can tell when people just do something because it's their job. And then you can tell when people truly care and are passionate about what they do. And the thing about St. Teresa is the teachers here are passionate about what they do.
You know, I'm blessed to work with an amazing group of people. We partner with parents, we serve amazing kids, but this work would not be possible without teachers truly dedicated to serving children day in and day out. This is a call. It's not a job, it's a call, it's a mission.
When I started considering becoming a teacher, I noticed how much hope children give me. Going to teaching was like, how can I make a positive impact on the young lives of children?
What I love most about my job is just being in the classroom every day with my kids. The most rewarding part definitely is just being able to spend time with my 14 students in the classroom every day.
Once or twice a year, you get one email that says, you know, you've made such a big difference in so-and-so's life, and I just want to say thank you. And those are the ones that you're like, oh, man, okay. All right, God, you're right. This is where I'm supposed to be.
I know I make a difference. I can see it in, my interactions with the kids and with their parents, and I have kids come back and visit. Sometimes it's the kids that come back to visit are not the kids you expect. St. Teresa is a special place, and we've done a lot of work here.
In order to make ends meet, so I have a part-time job. So every Wednesday, I open up a Bar 3 studio in Capitol Hill, which is less than 10 minutes away. It's definitely not enough to make ends meet, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I mean, so when you can't like walk away from this place, I mean, you can't, it's hard. I tried, you know, really, for real. I mean, I've considered during the hard times when there was so much transition. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I think it helped that there were, you know, parents or grandparents who like basically, you know, say, you're going to be here next year, right? Or you're going to teach my child next year, or, you know, in 2 years or 3 years from now, you're going to teach my child. You know, it's like, how can you say no to that, right?
Even in your hardest days, you feel like, but when I do get through, it's going to be worth it. Or when they do get this, it's going to be worth it.
We could choose to serve a different population and try to get as much money through tuition as we can, but that's not our mission. That's not our call. That's not who St. Therese is or is going to be. And so we decided to work with our families and try to tell the story about the reality of our teachers. And we started the Teacher Excellence Fund in January of 2019. It's been a soft campaign, but the idea is we want to raise the salaries of our teachers, as well as be able to provide things like bonuses and professional development funding so that they can continue their education, improve their quality of life, and continue to serve the children of St. Therese with their full selves.
And I think this last piece to raise this Teacher Excellent Funds is a piece that really is needed. It's really the last puzzle piece, I'd say, for our school, because we need to attract and maintain, you know, talent, you know, teachers. And I think with raising that salary will really help.
It's important because I would say that my coworkers here do give all that they have every single day.
I am about to cry. I mean, that to me tells me everything about this school and tells me if my children feel safe and supported and loved at the school, then that's everything that I could ask for.
To the teachers, I'd like to say thank you so much for all of your incredible work.
Thank you for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself.
I don't think that students know how much and how hard teachers work.
I want to let you know that you're doing great, and I love how you teach to teach. It is not just for the money.
And thank you for teaching me to be better as a person and helping me grow.
So we end our day together in prayer.
Thank you to the dream team of teachers at St. Therese Catholic Academy. You see on our screen this new page on our website about the Teacher Excellence Fund. If we were in person, you would see all of these amazing teachers standing in front of you right now, thanking you for your support. And it's time for us to thank them by giving what we can to support our Teacher Excellence Fund. Our goal tonight is $60,000. And I'm sharing my screen right now, so I'm going to go back to our camera, and we're going to see how we do. Again, our goal this evening is $60,000. We have another live section closing at 7:50, but we can always push those back if we need to. Right now, it's about these teachers and the amazing work they do. Please be as generous as you are able. I'll give you the updates. All right, so you can follow how we're doing with this giving thermometer. And ladies and gentlemen, right now we're at $26,000. Our goal for this evening is $60,000. We are about halfway there. Again, we ask you to be as generous as you are able to support our teachers. We're up to $27,000, hitting that number that is our founding year of 1927. Thank you for the comments on the video. The people are even more beautiful and amazing than the video. As someone who gets to come in every day and work with them. Again, our goal is $60,000. Please be as generous as you are able.
as a student, as an alumni, as a teacher, I want to say thank you to all of you supporting us. Many of you supported St. Therese when I was a student here, and you still continuously support. And a lot of you helped raise me to be the person that I am today. It's one of the most fulfilling things I do every day is come to work here. It was the job I wanted when I was 10 years old as a fifth grader here. I had told the then principal, Mrs. Gray, that I was going to come back to be a teacher and into administration here at St. Therese. And so I'm living my life's goal as we speak. And so I'm so thankful for all of you that continuously support the St. Therese community.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson, for your service. Beautiful words on the film, and even more beautiful here. We're up to 31,350. And again, there are multiple ways to give. So this is only capturing what's happening on our site. I'm going to try to capture those giving through another portal as well. I'm going to go ahead and see what that's at and enter that in.
It was, Miss Maya highlighted having a second job. And, boy, if you remember when I first got here, I've now been here 6 years, same as Matt. I was his first hire, if you care.
This is true, yeah.
Happened during the eighth grade
season,
eighth grade service trip with SU students. SPU students, excuse me.
Yeah, we're actually at after a tough motor race, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're over $35,000 now. Thank you for your generous support. Yeah, Mr. Nelson was my first hire, and just to give you context, we have a very energetic team of servants here. I've now hired 27 of the 30 folks who work here.
Hey, all right.
So we have Mr. Lazo and Ms. Sullivan in their 14th year of service that were featured in the video, along with Ms. Brandon. We've been here for 14 years, going on 15. And the rest of us are really the last 6, but we continue the legacy of those who came in for us. Mr. Melanson, Ms. Gray, all the teachers of the last couple decades, and the sisters.
And the sisters, And when I first started, up until actually only January of this year did I not have a second job. At least a second job. I've typically had 3 jobs while working here. And that does not include all the other hats that you see me wear. But I only recently, as of January, have only this job because being a student also at Notre Dame, my time was being spread too thin, and I was my grades were suffering. So I had to give up that job so that I could do better on my grades and do a little better here. But it was only January that I did not have a second job. And I think most of us here are running different jobs as well, just to keep the lights on.
Yeah, and again,
my grades were suffering. So I had to give up that job so that I could do better on my grades and do a little better here. But it was only January that I did not have a second job. And I think most of us here are running
live items
different jobs as well, just to keep the lights on. And again, my grades were suffering, so I had to give up that job so that I could do better on my grades and do a little better here. But it was only January that I did not have a second.
All right, that should have fixed that for us. All right, so live 4 again is going to be pushed back to 8 o'clock, and live 5 is going to be pushed back to 8:10, just to make sure that we have a chance to talk about those. And again, we do want to thank everybody who's giving tonight, and there's just some delays here, so we want to make sure we get it right. Live item 4s will close at 8, so you got 10 more minutes there, and live item 5 will close at 8:10. And so let's see how we're doing on that fund a need. due to social distancing restrictions, there's only 2 of us here tonight, and making it happen. But ladies and gentlemen, we're up to $37,650 on our fund in need. Thank you for that amazing generosity. Just saw another 500 come in on another portal. So thank you to that.
We are going to go back. Our live stream ended. We're going back to live here.
Instagram ended, but again, amazing work. Thank you to the Dream Team. And we know that if we don't hit this $60,000 goal tonight, we are going to go after it. We're going to ask you to spread the word, send this video out so that our teacher stories can be known, because I think that's one of the travesties here is this amazing work's happening, and we need to honor those that are putting that work in at a more livable, more just, and more reflective of what they deserve. So thank you for helping make it possible tonight. Again, right now we're at $37,650, and we're going to call out to see who's been generous to us a little bit later once we get things processed. So
Mrs. Mayer gave us an update on the Bainbridge Island trip, and if you could resend that again, Miss Mayer, our live channel ended on Instagram right before I could read your update.
all right, so again, we're gonna close. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a nice gift. I wish I could see these names right now. We're up to $41,150 for our friend in need. That's over 2/3 of the way to our goal. So we hope to see that continue to climb. It's amazing. This is going to go directly to our teachers through their compensation in salaries, commitment bonuses. The longer you stay, the more we're going to say thank you, as well as continuing education, like graduate degrees in leadership at Notre Dame for Mr. Nelson, a number of our teachers in different certification or advanced degree programs. And so we're at 41.2. Thank you for your amazing generosity. I just wish I could give everybody a big hug right now, but that's against the law. And so we're grateful. We're going to continue to update on that, and we're going to share some highlights of the live 4 items. So Mr. Nelson, I think you can see them on, no, that's not going to tell you. Never mind. I'll go ahead and get that open for them so that I can process who's out there. So
all right. And Ms. Wilson, we love you. We thank you as well. Ms. Tavarik, an old STCA teacher, has joined us in Facebook. My own mother has joined us in Facebook. Hello, Mother.
All
Hi,
right,
Mama. I
Mrs.
love
Nelson.
you. Mrs. Nelson's in the building.
And again,
Mr. Bancaro, we love you as well. Ms. Pontep Hill, we love you as well.
all right, so let's see. Give Mr. Nelson a chance to read these packages quickly. These are the live 4 items, closing in 9 minutes. Again, we appreciate all the love for our teachers, and we are going to let you know what items are coming up to close here in the next 7 minutes. This is live 4, and so I'll tell you the items, and then I'll have him read through these descriptions for us while I try to find out who's being so good to us out there tonight. Again, thank you. Over $41,000 so far, and we are going to continue to scroll on a really small screen until we hit live 4, which is, all right, so here's what we're at right now. We got Horseman House. It's been asked about a lot up in Whistler. The Hawaiian vacation, again, the key dates there is there. It's a week in July, but we got airfare for 2 plus the resort. All-star leadership experience. You could not only be principal today, but get like 8 weeks of modeling or acting lessons from my next door neighbor, who is an amazing talent. So please, if you'd like to be principal for a day, you get a lot extra this year. It's for kids and the adults out there, as this modeling experience is for kids. And then Father Okumu's famous Kenyan dinner. He'll come have you to his house. And then we also have that second New Orleans feast, closing at 1,000 there. So
all right,
let's I'll read through these descriptions. So Mr. Nelson, you just click Scroll to the bottom. That's your description. Cool. And then scroll to the bottom, save and edit next, and scroll. Cool. All right. So again, you got about 5.5 minutes. Here's the full descriptions. Thank you for your support.
All right, all right. This is for our 3 nights at Hortsman House. 3 nights at the beautiful Hortsman House at Whistler House. Features 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, sleeps 6, pool, hot tub, barbecue, close to the village, golf and Lost Lake. A custom wood grain style gift box featuring a bottle of Heritage Distilling Company's award-winning brown sugar bourbon. Can't spell bourbon without BSB is what the commercials say. A pair of etched rock glasses, a set of 4 complimentary tasting cards, each redeemable for 20-ounce tastings. That was our Hortsman House. Okay, how do I get to my next item here, boss?
Save and edit next. I do have the names of our generous supporters for the Fund a Need, so we'll be saying thank you to all of you shortly.
Awesome. Our Hawaii vacation. Is that the one we're in?
Yes.
Okay. Our Hawaii vacation. Relax in Hawaii for 7 nights at the Club Wyndham Kona Hawaii Resort. Up to 6 guests can share a spacious deluxe 2-bedroom unit. Airfare for 2 is covered. Valid for a check-in date of July 17th, 2020 at 4 p.m. until July 24th, 2020 at 10 a.m. Winner must contact Beth Maslow to put reservation under winner's name. Transient occupancy tax is not included. Winner is responsible for this payment. That is for our Hawaii vacation.
All right, and so just a heads up there again, Hawaii's open and closing in about 3 minutes, as well as the Whistler home, the Horseman House. A couple of updates. The Kenyan dinner is currently at 1,200, and Father Okumu has said if we hit 1,000, we will do 2 Kenyan dinners. I do not have approval on the Horseman House unless someone tells us otherwise in the chat. Is that saying to do 2 in the chat? Is that what it's telling you?
That was Mrs. DeBoer. It said somebody is offering the 2 on the Hortsman House.
Oh, we're going to double it?
We're double checking that.
If that's true, I got to open that up. But I am going to open up a second Kenyan dinner. So be sure to bid on that. It is going to be package 3Z, if I'm not mistaken. Again, juggling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces of technology with 2 people, trying to get this all done. But I think the Kenyan dinner will close at 8:10. We got a second one going up. Thank you to Father Okumu, Jambo, as he would be saying to us. And what's it say about Horseman House? If that's
it wasn't on Facebook.
Is it a rumor that it's going to be doubled? Is it on YouTube?
Is it on your?
It's not in my notes. But if somebody's texting you saying if the donor wants to double it, we will do it.
We heard yes on Whistler from Mary Brennan.
I'm trusting you, Mary. You're buying if it's not true.
We got the okay from Mary Brennan. We are going 2 on the Hortsman House package, folks.
All right. And so again, we'll do a second Horseman House package. So that's going to open up as 3Y and close at 8:10. And we'll do a second Kenyan dinner. It's 3Z opening now. And closing at 8:10 on both of those. We got about a minute left.
Says on YouTube, there's a double. Perfect for the confirmation, folks. We're running a couple different screens. We appreciate you all out there. As you know, it takes a village. Our all-star, ultimate all-star leadership experience.
And let's see what that's
is also in our package. No description on that.
Principal for a day, as well as a modeling experience. Sorry, some of these, we had all of these labeled, but some of them did not transfer 100%. But Father Okumu, if he was here, would be telling you in his beautiful, powerful Kenyan voice what is in that Kenyan feast. Basically, it's like every type of meat grilled to perfection, amazing sides, vegetables, as well as stories and just all the love. So again, that's currently item 3N, but there's a second one that's open at that same minimum bid for $1,200, and that one's open till 8:10. These ones are closing in less than a minute. We'll get that second Whistler house open, and that will close at 8:10 as well. So stay with us. We want to acknowledge all of the donors after Live 5 closes as we commit this ultimate juggling act right now. Again, I believe there's the second New Orleans feast closing right now, and so let's check out who's there. Hey, now, heck, I'll do 3 if somebody was up there and didn't want to or didn't get it. So I'll be in touch. But Live 4 is now closed. We're copying this Horseman house and opening it up for bidding again. I got to see what it went for to see what we take it to. And so let's see.
On the
went for 1,500. So if you give us 1,500, there's again a second Horseman house available to you in Live 5, opening in
pretty soon here.
Momentarily. So again, we're going to start that one at 1,500, as that is where the last one sold. It's available to you for the next 10 minutes, and I think that was all the doubles we got in there. Let's see.
On that Kenyan dinner, I've heard lots of wine, and it's so delicious.
Oh yes, we forgot about the wine. So let's see here. I can scroll out and see who picked up these items.
Mary Brennan said shoot for 1,550 is what I believe that said.
All right, so congrats to Tim and Marie Allen. You hit it at 1,500. So Beth DeBreeze, we see you at 1,400. Happy Santos, we see you at 1,200. Cap Freeman, we see you at 1,000. There is a second one now open. Should be item 3Y on your bidding portals, closing at 8:10. So you got 9 minutes to duke that out amongst yourselves. A real steal up there in Whistler. So again, that is
the second Father Akumo closes at 8:10, correct?
Yes. So we got a. Okay, so these two are showing closed here. Let me see what I can do to change that. 3W and 3Z currently say closed on my bidding portal. I'm going to see what I can do to open those back up, as it's simply not true. But if not, we'll reach out to those top bidders and see what can happen. It's showing Live 5 on my master screen, but showing closed on the user side. So hit us up in the comments if we lost YouTube, didn't we?
Yeah, you got to get YouTube back up there.
Oh, good. All right. So anybody on Facebook comments on Horseman House or the Kenyan Feast being open?
We're not seeing a second Whistler's. One comment that I got in Facebook.
Let's see here. Let's see what's open on this portal. A lot of portals, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever run a virtual auction, God bless you and thank you.
That one is
If you haven't, it's interesting and fun and amazing when you have great supporters.
Where's my comments? This is take 2, and we are live. Oh, there's my comments.
All right. Well, this might be showing that those adjustments to the closing times did not process. Let's see what it says on the official.
I got on Facebook. It says they
closed.
Both are closed with no final bid on those from a couple people.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the real-time adjustments I made to adjust the Live 4 and Live 5 put them both at 8. They did not extend it to 8:10. So I do apologize for that. And on my end, there's nothing I can do right now. But I tell you what, let's check out what those items are. And and see if we can get some conversation going. The burdens of we have reinvented ourselves as educators to do all this virtual stuff, but auctions are not part of the daily classroom experience.
Right. We got some. Can you post them as new ones? Questions.
Yeah. So let me see if I can do something here. I'm going to try. You're still with us? I'm going to try. So here's what I'm going to do. Mr. Nelson is going to say thank you to the amazing donors for our fund-a-need, as I can pull up those names. And while he is thanking all of you who have been amazingly generous to us, I am going to try to reopen those packages. So let me get in to the right portal for him to say thank you to all of us. And again, while we're waiting here, that fund-a-need, our $60,000 goal, is up to $44,350. Thank you. We are on our way, and we're going to get there. All right, so let's go here. Let's go to this site and make it happen. All right, so we are looking at the online bidding, and we are looking at the leadership display.
We are currently working on getting those ones that we wanted to open from 8 to 8:10.
Stay with us.
We're going to try and get those open. We apologize. It did not let us extend the time.
If we know you're here, we might turn into a text off or something like that. So let's see. We're going to come back into the packages here. Mr. Nelson is going to read our fund-a-need donors and say thank you to all of you. We'll do our utmost to call you by name, but ladies and gentlemen, there's quite a few here. So we're gonna say thank you from the top, and I'll start off by saying a couple that are not showing on this portal. Thank you to Sheila Wyckoff Dickey for your $5,000 gift, a game changer, and we'll make every dollar worth it. Thank you so much for your generosity. So if it says STCA, just skip it.
Cool. All right. Thank you to the Bancaro family. Thank you to the Henniger family. Thank you to the Mayer family. Thank you to the Edwards family. Dina Edwards. Thank you to Michelle Gilmore. Thank you to Sharon Doby. Thank you to Mark Reeser. Thank you to John Patrick Sears. Thank you to Jessica and Nate Iben. Thank you to Hillary M. Carey. Thank you to Father Paul Mignano. Thank you to Miss Janet Rooks. Thank you to Mike Sechrist. Thank you to Happy Santos. Thank you to Jessica Didion. Thank you to Tom and Rose Hasselbrook. Thank you to John Russell. Thank you to Gina Gilmore Purdy. Thank you to Jennifer Twatow. Thank you to Erica Sheehan. Thank you to Anna Matthias. Thank you to Mary Jane Beth Banks. Thank you to Pat Philbin. Thank you to Greg and Joan McNabb. Thank you to Kendra Reeser. Thank you again to Miss Purdy. Thank you again to Noel Matthias. Thank you to Judith and Ricardo LaFleur. Thank you to Miss Rose DeBoer.
Thanks, love.
Thank you to Brenda. Thank you to Sharon Doby. Thank you to Mary Brennan. Thank you to Nicole and Jesse Thompson. Thank you to Rosemary Adamski. Thank you to Angela Wander. Thank you to Noemi de Mesa. Thank you to Joyce Cutler. Thank you to Adora Mancata. Thank you to BJ and Jen Montoya. Thank you to Steve Dumphy. Thank you to Joyce Cutler. Thank you to Valentin Paredes. Thank you to Matthew Price. Thank you to Jay Elliott. Thank you to Sharon Kism. Thank you to Alex Gilmore. Thank you to Heather and Matt Sobel. Thank you to Miss Darlene Kinney. Thank you to Namura Kezi. Thank you to John Lewis. Thank you to Stacy Smith and Walt Towns. Thank you to Kristen Spolzerick. Thank you to Yvette Moy. Thank you to Jay Elliott. Thank you to Teresa and Chad Day. Thank you to Teresa and Nathan Burdick. Thank you to Kat Freeman. Thank you to Gary Melanson. Thank you to Joseph Fletcher. Thank you to the guests of Suhira. Thank you to Eileen Denby. Thank you to Linda Gray Carey. Thank you to Nicholas Ford. Thank you to Maria Garcia Cabale. Thank you to Lauren Prusich. Thank you to Mercy Lazo. Thank you to Allison Hollins. Thank you to Heather and Matt Sobel again. A couple of you twice. Miss Sharon Chisholm, thank you. Heather and Matt Sobel, thank you. Thank you to Lucita Valaire. Thank you to Leah Lasso and Esperanza Lazo. Thank you. Thank you to Susan Acomo. Thank you to Kelly Ann Sarapinelli. Thank you to Miss Kate Blith. Thank you to Catherine Lasky. We thank you so much for your donations to the Teacher Excellence Fund. Without you, none of this would be possible. Believe me when I say it goes a long way for myself and my colleagues.
Amen. So kudos to all of you. Thank you from the All-Stars. And if you're still with us, it looks like we still have 21 on Facebook. Hopefully some of you on Instagram. I have been able to reopen some of these items, but you can't start because you're going to be bidding 1 cent, and that's not right. So for the Horseman House, 3W is back on. Minimum bid is $1,500. Again, that was a second item. And so 3W is back open for bidding. It's 8:10. We're going to keep these going until 8:20. So about 8 minutes. Hopefully you can catch that Horseman House package 3W. It's going to close at 8:20. I'm going to close it manually for this package. We have the buy-in scavenger hunt. It's a $50 buy-in, and this is a party hosted by the Dream Team. So you thanked us with your gifts tonight. Let us thank you. Make a modest gift of $50, and we'll put together a fun little scavenger hunt and cocktail party. Ignore the date because it's May already. Oh no, it looks like we removed it. But that is back available to you. $50 buy-in, up to 50 people. Father Okumu's second Kenyan dinner is available. $1,200 was what the first one sold for. So offering a second 3Z is that item. And that should be back open for you. Item number 4, again, we closed things. So I got to make sure that we're not, as we get into these, not doubling the wrong things, but package 4 is the Bainbridge Island for a Week experience. Thank you to the Mayer family for that. So we're going to keep that one back open until 8:20. Again, 7 more minutes on that.
I believe she said that included some off the beaten path extras.
Well, there you have it. Our own Mrs. Mayer, middle school language arts teacher. Check that poetry slam today if you didn't see it on our social media. All-Star Dad's Fish Fry in Your Own Backyard is back open. I am going to say we're going to start that bidding at $500. That's too low. It's a priceless experience, but that is now back open. That's 4A, open for about 10 more minutes here. And then 4C, I believe, is our second Horseman House, or is that a third? Let's check on that site to see. There should not be 3, only 2. And again, I apologize and trust that y'all are extra forgiving this time of year in this reality. So we already had 3W is out there, so 4C is going to be deleted. We do not have 3 Horseman Houses, we have 2. So I will cancel that one and delete it. All right, so these are items still available for bid. Just a couple of them. We closed that last one without I would say, a fair auction. And so what you should see open now are a second Kenyan dinner, 3 nights at Horseman House, Bainbridge Island, All-Star Dad's Fish Fry, and the Scavenger Hunt. And let's see what else was in package 5. I think that's it. Let's check on the brewery tour to see how that did, if we need to open it back up or if it's sold. The less fun parts of this experience. But yeah, we're gonna just come back to that. So it looks like that All-Star Dad's Fish Fry sold for $1,400 the first round. But I bet I can get Ibrahim and the guys to do a second one. So we're gonna keep that second one open. 1,400 was the last one went for. I started the next item at 500. So let's try to catch that. We got that shrimp and grits sold. Bainbridge Island, the first one went for 1,600. So that one is sold. So unless you want to outbid 1,600, that's what we'll be looking to sell us this one for, to open that up. And the brewery tour is the other one I'm looking for.
Got a plug for that one, if you feel.
Yeah, so I think that's it. Looks like the brewery tour went for 300. So if you wanted to outbid that, again, they did close earlier than we communicated. Let us know in the chat. We can open that up, and we might be able to negotiate with them to do a second one. So I'm going to close these ones manually at 8:20 here. We've lost our YouTube chat. I'm going to pull that back up to see what we've missed. Malcolm, you got any comments on Facebook or Instagram?
A couple thank yous, and so we want to continue to say thank you to all of you guys as well. On YouTube, we're doing okay. Thank you to all of you supporting us, even through our technical troubles as we had. We will be sure to post all these videos that you were unable to see, like our one from Father Maurice. We'll be sure to post that one up again.
And I do see that we had a healthcare provider requesting to put masks on, so
I know.
I got excited, but I'll close it out here, honoring those norms. We put big barriers, and need to continue to honor that. Thank you all for the support. We still got 25 with us on YouTube. So thank you for the compliments. It'd just be much more fun to be together. So, you know, that 2021 St. Therese auction.
Yeah.
All of our partners transferred the fees we paid to next year. So we're going to continue with all those same partners. Our friends at Soto Park. I can't even hear myself with that mask on. It works well. Soto Park, Stokes Auctions. All of our friends and partners agreed to kind of accept the fees we paid and push them forward. So we'll have to come out and support them. And if you're having other events, consider Soto Park. They do a great job. Thank you again to our sponsors. We'll take a couple more minutes on the items that are open. But again, I want to call out our sponsors for their amazing generosity.
Rose said Bainbridge is still this 1 cent minimum.
Oh, that's not good. We'll change it. Is anyone bidding on it?
Not sure.
All right, so it was 1,600, I believe, was the where the last one was, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that Bainbridge experience did sell for 1,600, so it's the second one listed with a minimum bid there. If you'd like to top it. All right, so our sponsors, one more time. we're over 45,000, ladies and gentlemen, on the Fund a Need. So thank you again for your support. What a gift to watch that rise. And our sponsors, one more time, want to give them the love. So let's get to it. Again, this event would not have been possible without the generosity of so many supporters, and I can't get to them, but we know Juniper Foundation, you made it happen. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you to our anonymous donors. We had another platinum level donor. We had several at the silver level as well, and I am not looking at a screen the rest of this beautiful weekend. Trying to get through all of this, but let's
1, 2, 3, 4.
let's get to them here. We got 7 of them around us.
7 screens.
Showing you the love. We'll keep these items open 2 more minutes. Some of you still with us. That's amazing. I'm surprised we're not talking to ourselves at this point. But the sponsors have really been amazing to make this night possible. So hopefully you've seen them on your site, spread out throughout. Please support those businesses, support others. I'll give you some other updates here in a minute. So, all right, sponsors. You can see them on our website, and they're going to stay there for a while. But we do want to thank all of our sponsors for making this evening possible. All of you are donors. And so here we go. Thank you to the Juniper Foundation. Again, thank you to our other anonymous donors at the $5,000 level. Thank you to Tri-Film, who helped put that film together. You did an amazing job. We really admire what you do. So thank you for that. Thank you to Miss Wendy and Lunch Ladies Catering. Thank you to Dr. Paula Savage, Dorothy Sheehan. That's the silver level, 1,000 or above. Thank you to Holy Names Academy, O'Day, Sadie Harvey, the Bruce Company, Genesee Energy, PepsiCo. I only got about 2 sips in, but I'm going to down that as soon as we're done here. Thank you to Ewing and Clark for the Prosecco that all of our live purchasers will get. Thank you to Susan Pict and Satya Dunn from Coldwell Banker Bain Associates. Those are all bronze level sponsors at 500 or above. Thank you to Madison Sellers, BJ Vineland Studios, Microsoft, Bishop Blanchette, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Peace, Kairos Industry, Mr. Kirkland, Kinney Hawes, Dr. Jessica and Matthew Price, Ann Quigg and Darlene Kenny. Those are our friend level sponsors. So thank you to all of you for making it possible. And let's see if any of these items are ready to be closed. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to bid. And let's see where they're at. I have to close them manually. So that second Horseman House is not there. Looks like Bainbridge Island hit that 1,600. And the second Father Okumu. So we have a couple of these that did not go after this next round. So we'll take a look at those top bidders from before. And if you would like to purchase at the price that the first one sold, we'll honor it for any of those doubles. So we'll go ahead and close these items out. Again, last call on the Fund a Need, as well as the Melanson Memorial contribution. That's just the general giving portal. I'll give you an update on how we did there. And then one last up-to-date on the overall auction and our Fund a Need. So, too many windows. I don't even have that page, do I? Which page? All right, here's the one. Let's go view all packages. All right, so for that Melanson memorial contribution, again, in October of this year, we will be putting up a memorial. Looks like we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ladies and gentlemen, we had over 30 donors to the Melanson Fund, which will go toward the cost of the memorial, but the rest of that's scholarships for our kids in Mr. Melanson's honor. So we're looking at a rough estimate here, 657, 1,500, 1,800, 2,000, Yeah, that number's going up. We're looking at over $3,000. Thank you for your generosity in supporting that. And our fund to need, I'll check that thermometer one more time before we get off of your screens and let you enjoy each other. We have done some amazing job. I know I have $500 that's come in that I need to add. So let's go to that thermometer, see where we're at, and we'll close this night out with a little song and dance, huh?
How about prayer?
Oh, just a prayer? All right, Mr. Nelson, we can do a prayer. We're at $45,450. So add 500, $45,750 in support of our dream team. Thank you, friends of St. Teresa. We appreciate you. So we got 3/4 of the way there, and that's passing. But excellence happens on purpose. So we got more work to do before we get to that A+. And so tell your friends. We'll certainly be spreading it near and far. And we'll go ahead and close out these remaining items. If you have any confusion or conflicts with something that happened, please contact us. We'll make it right. And really thank you for being with us tonight. So let's close with a prayer of gratitude for all of you being with us. Enjoy your evenings. Enjoy your company. Stay healthy. Stay happy. And stay holy. We end our evening together in prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. We'll say our school prayer if you know it. I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. What I can do, I ought to do. And what I ought to do, I will do. By the grace of God. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you all for your support. Have a great night. Thank you for supporting St. Therese. One more number. As I'm on this overall page, it looks like this evening through the online portal, we together raised $82,482 for the St. Therese family. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. All right, that's a breakdown of $32,000 in the auction items and just under $50,000 for the donations to the Melanson Fund, as well as the Dream Team Teacher Excellence Fund. So thank you. We know that number is going to go higher. Spread the word. Do great things. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay holy. And remember, we can do all things
through Christ who strengthens us.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Have a drink, and God bless.
Thank you for rocking with us tonight. Woo! We'll see you at next year's auction.
That's right. Save the date, March 13th, 2021, Soto Park. It's booked.